All right, welcome back to the Run.down post-game show on the Strickland YouTube channel as well as the Strickland Podcast Network. If you are listening the day after, Knicks lose 111 to 101 versus Golden State. I feel like that final score is a little bit deceiving in terms of how the game actually went. Um, I missed the first half of this game, but it seems like I didn't miss much, according to how what the score was when I woke up. I'm currently watching highlights right now to get a better sense of what went wrong, but I could already tell that just seeing that the Warriors went 11 for 26 in the first half was probably a story that I've seen before in terms of driving kick, wide open threes, and guys just not making the proper rotations. From what I've seen from the second half, it looks like the defensive intensity that we saw the last two games has completely gone away. um, I will say though, from what I've got to see, from what I have seen tonight, Jericho Sims looked like he was the best Nick on the court tonight. Just dominant inside, 3 blocks, double double. Shout out to him. I'm seeing that RJ is still playing a heavy load of minutes, which doesn't seem like the best thing, especially if he's really sick, which the reporters today made it seem like it. I saw a report earlier from Steve Popper that they had to really stay away from him and keep their distance from him, which makes it sound like he really has something really wrong with him. Um but yeah, I mean, same old issues with the Knicks. I am not surprised. I mean, when I woke up I was like, "Oh, okay." And then, just kept watching. But when your best three players don't have a good game and the bench is not able to make up from it, this is the result that you get. And this is a really good team at home. The Warriors are 6-1 now, 7-1. With all their struggles being on the road, I kind of expected us to have a rough going at their house. Um, Especially after we beat two good home teams back to back. I mean, you just the law of averages is going to even out at some point. So
Hmm. Yeah, I don't think the defensive intensity was a problem with this game. I feel like they played defense well, in which is that the Warriors would not miss and were not missing. And you can play defense as well as you want to, but Steph Curry is Steph Curry. So when Steph Curry's gonna pull up from 35 and hit stupid shit, and a lot of the shit he was hitting was stupid, there's nothing much you can do about that. I don't think they played lazy or they played sloppy. It was just a matter of the Golden State Warriors just had timely baskets, and they've been doing that for more than a decade. So
Dante
it sucks.
DiVincenzo is it in threes? Oh nah.
Yeah, it was a nasty game in terms of random scrub on the bench weighing you up. So it sucks, but at the same time, I don't know what they could have done with team. They were just hitting threes out of nowhere. Like every time that league would get cut to 10, basic 10 or 8, the lead would literally go back up to 16 because the Warriors used to go 3-3-3, cut to the basket. It was just systematic. And
I mean, this is what you expect playing against the Warriors, though,
yeah,
especially at home.
yeah. So I can't get mad at them for not being able to beat the Warriors, who are still. I get they're struggling, but still it's still the Warriors. You expect them to figure out their game sooner or later. But yeah, it was just a matter of those guys were literally hitting shots at the most opportune times, and then the Knicks would come back and miss a shot, and then it would just be 8-point lead back up to 16 points like that. So
Yeah. I mean, I think the most pressing thing that we got to talk about is number 9, RJ Barrett. Um,
he's out to number status. Is that bad?
yeah, it's getting pretty bad. I mean,
Yeah.
the like now he's getting frustrated on the court, and it's like, bro, you need to get a handle on yourself right now. Like, I understand you're frustrated with your offense, but you can't let it dictate how you you play on the court on both ends, as well as your attitude on the court. Like I understand it's frustrating, but like you got to handle that shit. Like we criticize number 30 for that. We got to criticize him as well. Like you just got to be better. Simple as that. If you're sick, you need to. I mean, I know he's not gonna like want to sit out, obviously, but like the team has to end up doing something to like protect him from himself and protect the team. Like what good does it do for him to play through a sickness right now? Like he's obviously not giving you much on the court. I mean, tonight he gave you 18 points, but like on 19 shots, it was very ugly from what I saw in the second half. Um, a lot of missed opportunities in the paint. Um, and the decision making just doesn't really look as good as it did during those stretches of those games where it looked a little bit better earlier this year. So I mean, he's got to be better. I don't understand the hesitancy to like play Grimes instead of him right now. Especially if Grimes is supposed to be fully healthy. But yeah, it's something that just baffles me with this whole road trip. Like, why is RJ getting such a heavy minutes load? And I know he got benched in the Denver game. He didn't close down the stretch, but like, why not just like go with Grimes at that point?
And in that Denver game, he still led the team in minutes, which is funny because he got benched on the stretch. Or not, he didn't lead the team, but like he played 31 minutes. He played 31 minutes, and he barely played the fourth quarter. Tonight, he led the team in minutes, and he played 39 compared to everyone's playing like 31 or 32. I understand the fact that not Grimes, Cam got hurt, but at the same time, like I don't think Quentin Grimes is giving me much right now because I do think he's still injured. But at the same time, like if Grimes can't even play 10 minutes, then how is he like active? And if that's the case, then like you got to play somebody else. Like I'm sorry, RJ Barrett chucking and bricking and playing 39 minutes is not good for him. It's not good for the team. It's not good for anybody. Like you have to be able to use your depth. Like I don't like Evan Fournier right now, but at the same time, like you kind of need somebody to give him 10 minutes. Like you cannot play him 35 plus minutes. It doesn't work. It just makes everybody look bad, and like the front office kind of has to step in this point. Like whether the front office or not believes in him long term, like you made an investment, a financial investment, a significant financial investment, and at some point you have to be like, hey, yo, I don't care if you think you can play, you're not playing. So
I don't understand. Like why? Any other team, I think dudes would. I mean, I've seen so many times guys start games being sick and they end up leaving the game because they're sick. Like it's totally normal to do. I don't know why the Knicks aren't doing something or why RJ feels the need to like play through this. It's like, is he? It feels again like how earlier in the year he started out games looking like he was trying to prove that he like why he earned the contract or like show like why he's getting paid. And like I don't know if he's like pushing through this sickness trying to like prove something, but like that shit needs to stop. Like you can sit, it's okay. Like it's totally fine. Um I'm seeing right now, you know, everything was pretty much even between us. It's just the fact that they hit all them threes and the Knicks best three players just not even best three players, but like even Obi and IQ were bad today. Like they didn't give you much. And that's just something that's just not gonna fly um against good teams.
yeah, like I think Obi Toppin played fucking horrible tonight. Like I don't care what plus minus says. He was not a minus, just a minus two. Like Obi Toppin actively sank that lineup in those games. Like he sank his minutes. He straight up sank the team, and the team was winning, or at least was not losing as bad as they were with the starting lineup because straight up, they were not playing Steph Curry for the most part. Like that's it. Like Obi Toppin quickly had horrendous games. Like horrendous. So again, quickly another over. 6 free throws, but another over. Obi Toppin, over 5, over 3 from 3. Like you can't do that. You cannot do that and expect to win games against the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah.
Which he had this energy for 30. Bro, Julius Randle, I don't care about plus minus. Oh, plus minus 17. You cannot look me in the eye and tell me Julius Randle played worse than Obi Toppin tonight. Like, be real. Be real. Like, I'm sorry. I can have this energy for 30, but 30 was not the problem tonight, and not by a long shot.
Yeah,
Especially when
I mean, from what I've seen, at least the second half minutes, they didn't really seem like detrimental to the team.
they do. Jalen Brunson was at 2 of 13.
Jesus,
Like,
I didn't even peep it was that bad. Like, I noticed that he was basically a non-factor out there on the court, but like, damn.
and again, like
I
nobody.
mean, I kind of expected this going into this matchup against Golden State just because I remember in the playoffs he didn't really have that many good games against Golden State. So I was like, yeah, this doesn't seem like it's gonna be the Jalen. It's gonna be a Jalen Brunson matchup, really per se.
Yeah, like it was just nobody played well, but like the bench unit especially kind of like sank those minutes, and it didn't help that they could not shoot. Like 0 of 11 from Obi Toppin, and Emmanuel quickly, 2 of 13 from Jalen, 6 of 19 from Barrett. That's your game.
Yeah, not a
That's
good
your game.
game at all. Was there anything Thibs related we should relate? We should not even relate address tonight. Ooh, maybe the. I mean, obviously this outdated scheme is still a huge problem. Um, like giving up 53s. My God.
I just don't like Hartenstein in the starting lineup. I
Yeah,
don't even think Thibs
that's
likes it. Like he played Sims 27 minutes tonight compared to Hartenstein playing 17. So clearly he's like Sims is the better option. I would just play Sims. Like I don't like Hartenstein fitting this team for this scheme for this coach. It makes no sense. And I get what the front office is trying to do, where like they try to give him like a different option in terms of like offensive hub, but like Tibbs is gonna play drop. Tibbs is one sprint protection. Hartenstein is the antithesis of rim protection and drop scheme. Why are you playing him? So when Mitch comes back, like I would honestly just move Hartenstein. Like he has no place in this team. None.
yeah. I mean, I saw a tweet from Schwinn earlier. When I had woken up, I guess it was from the first half, but I guess Hartenstein did not have a great first half. Um, and Schwinn was advocating for either like go small or go with Sims. Seems like Dibs went with the latter option of going with Sims. I thought it was pretty productive. Again, I thought Sims probably had the best game of anyone tonight. Um, really gave the Knicks second and third opportunities, I think, with his offensive rebounding, and he got a couple and ones in the paint, so that was pretty impressive. Um, you know, can't go wrong there. Let's get to everyone's favorite part of these episodes before we get into comments. NBA fans, the wait is over. Basketball is back, so tip off the season with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. New customers can make any $5 NBA moneyline bet and get $200 in free bets if your team wins. Check this out. In addition to the usual bets, everyone can boost their winnings up to 100% with DraftKings stepped up same game parlays. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app, opt in, and place a stepped up same game parlay today. With payouts bigger than ever, DraftKings Sportsbook is where I go to bet on the NBA. In terms of matchups going into tomorrow, let's see what games we have. Maybe I can give you guys something. I don't really see any matchups I like, honestly. Um, yeah, a lot of these matchups they're very weird. I would say You know what? No, I'm not gonna do it to you guys. I don't want to make you guys lose money. But anyways, download DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code TBPN. Use any $5 bet this week and get $200 in free bets in your if your team wins. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook with promo code TBPN. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes or show description for details. All right, let's get to some comments. Um, where to go? Okay, there we go. Thibs not using Grimes while RJ is playing like crap and Cam gets hurt is inexcusable. Yeah, for Grimes to only get in during like garbage minutes, basically, is laughable at best.
It has to be like plantar fasciitis. It really has to be that, and like they're playing it extra careful. But like, why wouldn't you just say that? Like, I don't understand why they're being discreet about plantar fasciitis because it's not a ligament and it's not a bone. So like,
They did the same thing with like Noel last year when he had it. They
yeah,
just kept
like
saying like he had a sore foot and shit like that, and like he wasn't gonna play, and it ended up being plantar fasciitis. Just like come out and say it already. Like if that's what
exactly
it
like
is, then that's what it is.
say the way they're playing him, the way they're treating him, like it's clearly that, and they're trying to like ease him in, especially since like they he hurt his foot, that he came back, he hurt his foot again, now he's come back again. So now they're like, okay, we're not gonna play you, and that's why Tibbs is down to a 9-man rotation. So like, but yeah, like if he can't play 10 minutes, then he shouldn't be playing. Period. So I don't know, but I'm
Very
with you,
very
Coach.
weird situation. All right, let's get to the next comment. Vivek says RJ Jalen OBIQ 8 for 42. Yeah, you're not gonna win a game
Yeah,
playing like that.
and the fact that like this game was within eight in like the final minutes of the fourth, like they had a chance to win this game if
Guys just
one
made
player
shots.
is playing like decently. They had a chance to win this game. Like I don't think that game was unwinnable by any means, but like they just missed so many shots that like it's hard to come back from that.
Yep. And I mean, when if Jalen Brunson and Emmanuel quickly both don't have it really going like that, it's gonna be a very rough night.
Yeah, I just yeah, it was just rough watching Kobe Toppin play tonight. Like it was rough. He just the defense was porous. He was missing dunks. Like everything just felt rushed in the offense. Him and quickly just kind of like those are probably their worst games of the season by far. Like that might have been OB's worst games in Nick. Like that was bad. It was that bad.
Oh shit. Jaren Jackson Jr. is back? Wow. Did not
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah, he came back last game, I think.
All right, next comment we have Chris Bernhard. RJ's performance this year is so much on effort. It's crazy. This has to be the worst he's played in his career. I don't know what's going on, but someone has to talk to that dude. Yeah. The effort on both ends. I mean, I think it's more so the effort defensively is so much on. I think it's so predicated on how well he plays on offense, which again, like I said last stream, should not be the case. It's very annoying. But yeah, someone needs to talk to him. He needs to get over whatever's bothering him, whether it's the sickness, the frustration, just like be better. Simple as that.
I mean, like he whatever Julius did with his life coach and like finding his zen, like RJ might need that. I don't know. Like Mr. Miyagi type shit. I have no idea, but like the guy just looks lost. He's not trying on defense, especially like he's not closing out on Clay Thompson. Like, what are you doing? What like you got the money, you got your bag, and now it just kind of feels like he's ploying for respect, and that makes no sense. Because like, dude, you got your money, just play your game. And part of it is that he's sick. I would attribute like a lot of this to the fact that he's sick, but at the same time, it's like you need your process needs to be sound and your
And this
process
is the
doesn't.
reason why they need to just sit him. Like
Yeah.
it's on Thibs to like it's on Thibs and it's on the organization to save him from himself.
Also, apparently, Han set the RJ book spread. So, like, we just went through 2 years of COVID
It's
protocols.
wait what?
In the comments, it said Han set the bug spread. So whatever RJ had, like, has spread to the rest of the team.
Nice.
So, like,
As if
again,
we aren't seeing across the league, like
we literally just had 2 years of COVID protocols, and there are still dudes in COVID protocols. Why the hell are we not just sitting him? At some
yeah.
point, if it's to the point where reporters are staying away because they're afraid of getting sick, why are you putting him in proximity with teammates? Again, like, this makes no sense. Like, the way they're handling, like, injury and
It's really stupid. It's
I don't
it's
know.
elite mismanagement. That's
They
what it
caught
is.
they caught Julius and Forky getting team mid game. Well, yeah, Julius said he was sick last game. So, like, yeah, like, why are you putting him in a situation where, like, your players can get sick? If one guy gets sick, just sit him out and let him quarantine and then let him come back.
People think since like COVID is done, they shouldn't follow just like best health practices, I guess. Like
Yeah, like, COVID isn't even done. Like, COVID is still out here putting up numbers. We're just not talking about it.
yeah, and just like also if people are sick, just follow those same practices. I believe they would be best suited for any type of illness to just
Yeah,
stop the spread.
like,
Like
bro, it's just COVID is an MVP and it just got fucking voter routine. Like, this is the shit where, like, Giannis went back to back. People were just like, oh well, he's still the best player in the league. We're just not gonna vote for him. Like, it's still out here, bro. Wear your mask.
and like that RJ quote from that came out before the game, I just was like, yeah, this is not gonna be a good night. When he said it's keep leaving him open, it's an easy bucket. It's like, all right, after you say something like that, you kind of have to like show that it is an easy bucket, and like most of your buckets look hard as hell today. Like,
I just, man, like, sometimes you gotta shut up. So, like,
I said, I was like, I love the confidence, but like, hey, maybe like just keep it quiet right now because like you're really stinking it up,
what the fuck is that smell? Like,
basically.
it's like, especially with, like, the shock the world quote in the off season.
It's like you don't say stuff like this. You're in New York. You're not in like Wisconsin or something. Like
Bro,
you can't say that.
like Brunson literally just, yeah, team first. We're gonna try hard. That's all you need to do. Just be like,
Like
hey, bro,
I really appreciate the confidence, but like also like you just gotta know when to like stop talking to.
like, if you're balling, you can say that shit.
Yes, exactly.
Like, if
That's
you're
when it's the best time to say that stuff.
exactly, you can be like, yeah, I'm that nigga. Cool. But, like, when you're not balling, you can't try to talk, bro, because you usually get clowned. I just,
It looks bad on folks like me that, I'm fighting for my life out here on the timeline.
RJ Barrett might just be a delusional basketball player. That's okay. Damn. Call him delusional? Jesus.
Andre Cross says you would have thought tonight was the second game of a back to back.
Yeah, they just could not hit anything. It was bad.
They used up all their magic on the Nuggets B squad,
I
basically.
mean, I mean, the Nuggets B squad
I
is
mean, aside
probably
from Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr., who was put in absolute jail, by the way. Michael Porter Jr. could not score at all versus us.
shocker. Michael Porter Jr. is nothing but a Jokic, but we knew this. Max contract, by the way.
Yasser says RJ Barrett has done irreversible damage on my enjoyment of basketball, and for that he will pay. Wow.
As soon as I fucking captain the RJ Barrett bandwagon, this shit happens, bro. I feel like when I
This
hate it,
comment
he's
is a
good.
bit extreme. I will say that. It is fair to criticize him, but irreversible damage on my enjoyment of basketball is a bit much.
Next time he drops 30, you're gonna be back in here. Like, yeah.
That is like a very extreme comment. That is like
Jesus. It's like
it
Sam
it,
Martin Julius.
it right? But no, it's like it is frustrating. I understand where at least the root of the sentiment is coming from in terms of like being frustrated with how he's playing because like he's the highest draft pick since Ewing. He is, the guy that everyone on this in this fan base goes to bat for, especially on Twitter when people are clowning him. He is someone that the franchise just paid first rookie extension, first round pick since 99, whatever it may be. Like it means a lot. He means a lot to this fan base and to this franchise. And for him to come out starting a season like this once again, and for it to be so prolonged once again, is very frustrating. So I understand where the root of the sentiment is, but it's also a bit much. Um,
I expect him to figure it out, but like,
in the
yeah,
meantime, it is.
it'd be rough until January. It's rough.
If it's another month like this, man, it's gonna get nasty.
Oh, bro, Twitter will not be safe. You could be fighting for your life, just catching strays out of nowhere. The aggregate gonna be filthy.
Jordan Bubb. Well, with Cam coming down with injury and his status for Phoenix being unknown at this point, who will Thibs put in the starting lineup for Cam if he can't go?
The answer is quickly, but we won't do that.
If you're asking who should Thibs put in the starting lineup for Cam, it should be Emmanuel quickly, as Tyrese just stated. But what he will do,
Fournier.
honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, I honestly don't
I'm
know.
legit stumped.
He
I'm
might just go.
I'm stumped. I really am.
You're gonna put Obi back in there. Just
Like
imagine.
I
Imagine.
legitimately don't know what he's gonna do for the first time ever. Because
Speed.
like every time that I've predicted what he would do, he kind of hasn't done it. Like, so I'm just kind of like,
Yeah, I
I don't know. Like maybe he might put Grimes in, maybe he might play Fournier, maybe he might actually do quickly for once.
the
Like
thing if he plays Grimes and he's playing Grimes 30 minutes, he looks like an idiot.
he does, but he has made himself look like an idiot time and time again. So
Because then it's like, why did you play RJ Barrett 40 minutes for while he was sick? Because you just look like an idiot. So like,
Dibs is
I
no
don't
stranger to
know,
being an
man.
idiot. Him and idiot are like almost synonymous at this point.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, leave in the comments who y'all think that will start, who Thibs will start for Cam. That game is on Sunday, so he has a day to like rest that sore groin a little bit. If it's not that sore,
I think he
but
plays though. I think Cam plays, but
I mean, it's in a contract year. Guys usually will do things that they wouldn't do in other years in said year. So, but yeah, um, we will see who he plays. I don't want to make a prediction and like jinx it or anything and be like, hey, or because every time I said something, he's done the opposite. So who knows?
I think he plays though because like, well, we have the game against the Suns, and then it's the Thunder, and then they have 4 days off, and they play on Friday.
Okay.
So I can see Cam probably like playing through it and then getting the 4 days off for rest.
Maybe that might be the case.
The back-to-back safeties. Moore signed. Bad free agency has been. I don't think it's been like bad. Like you think about all the deals they made. Derrick Rose, fine.
They've been
Burks,
able to get off of like
yeah.
most of the deals that they made that year.
They brought back the majority of the fourth seed, which is why it was a fourth seed in the first place. So like that's fine. They got off those deals. The Kemba Walker deal was fine. It was a gamble on a position of talent that they needed. nobody expected him to like discombobulate, like straight up like die on the court. But like they got off those deals. The only one that's like really really bad is Fournier, but like he's cheap and he's a shooter and you can get off of him pretty easily. Or not cheap, but like he's easy to get off of because he's expiring next year. Uh, of course, Brunson was a hit.
It's been fairly mid, I would say. I would just say that. I would just say that free agency under Leon Rose has been mid. Like they've tried to keep their best, like they've tried to keep continuity, but like it's just been fairly mid.
Yeah,
Nothing spectacular, nothing that egregious,
yeah.
but yeah,
And their drafting and trades have saved them,
basically.
which is like I would rather them do that part right. Because like if you can get value in the draft and you can hit on your trades, then like you'll be fine ultimately. So
Also, free agency isn't something that really like moves mountains anymore.
yeah,
Like there's no like big fish to go after anymore. It's mainly in the trade market that you're supposed to be doing your best work. So
yeah, like you're gonna see a lot of Cam Reddish-esque deals by people where it's just like, okay, take a flyer on this guy, make him into a rotation player, rinse, repeat. So yeah, like if you could hit in the late first, early second, late second, and like get value from dudes with protected picks that won't convey, then like you're fine overall as like as a free as a front office acquiring talent.
Zach Braziller of the New York Post said that Reddish said that his groin got worse throughout the game. All right, so definitely probably won't be playing on Sunday.
Oh, okay,
Um,
yes, he might not play Sunday, but then he might play like maybe Monday. I don't know. I don't know.
yeah, I think he might just take that rest of the road trip and then the extended days off and try to probably play against the Blazers.
Oh, yeah, okay, I can see that. Yeah.
That makes the most sense. It gives him the most time to rest. But yeah, then it just leaves again going back to the question: who does he put in the starting lineup for him? Um,
I think it
imagine
has
he
to be
starts
put.
Deuce. That would be hilarious.
I was thinking Deuce, but I'm like, no way.
You know what? That would be such a Thibs thing to do.
But I would like it.
We'll
I would
see.
like it. I would be a fan. Tibbs isn't getting fired until maybe late February, early March. He's not getting fired at all. And that's my kind of my conclusion. He's not getting fired. Not
Yeah,
this season.
I don't know. It would have to
I
take. It would have to take another. Maybe it would take another stretch like this past February to really get him out of here because I think
yeah,
those two back to back wins really gave him some
but I
leeway.
don't think the stretch is gonna happen like that with Brunson.
Man, I don't know. We've seen some ugly stretches of basketball from this team already to start this year. So
True, but like I don't think the stretch happens with Brunson. So I don't think he's getting fired this year. Whether you're okay about that or not, depending on where you fall on the tip spectrum. Uh, but yeah, I don't think he gets fired this year. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, he's probably going to play out the year. And then maybe they fire him in the offseason.
oh man, we shall not know peace. We shall not know peace. Because like the defensive scheme and strategy is just not working well to this team. He still has some rotation issues. Like there's still issues that he has, and it's like, all right, yeah, you'll play it out with him, or like maybe you just want to, I don't know, do they not want to see what Johnny Bryant, has in the tuck? And like a lot of fans I know, they're like, oh well, you don't know what Johnny Bryant's gonna give you because like he's never been a coach before. But it's like, why not just try? Like
Yeah,
just try and see what he has. Like we've seen so many assistants get into the lead role and things either like get better or they stay the same. So like Really have nothing to lose at that
I
point.
think what's keeping Tibbs' job is the fact that like he effectively like saved Cam Reddish's career. Like his rigidity sucks, but it's also really good for players who are trying to develop. So like this is your role. These are the things you do for this role. Do them. Helped out Cam Reddish a ton. Helped out quickly and Obi when they were like starting to figure it out. Um, Helped out RJ, especially that season where he shot 40% from three. So like I like that aspect of it, but then like when it's time to expand roles and time to like have people, like expand their game, then he becomes really rigid and it doesn't help. But if the front office is going to be like we're basically going to give you a bunch of reclamation projects and you make them work, Tibbs can do that for you. So like it's a matter of like what does the front office want to do in terms of like talent acquisition and talent like development. Because development talent's not his issue. His issue is like development talent past their
Playing at the talent that he develops
that
and
too. Playing
letting them like actually show what they've been working on and developed this whole time. So
yeah. Like so it comes down to like is he going to do that or is he just going to be like this is your role in year four? Probably the latter. So mm.
Jordan Bob says Jericho Sims performed well against the Warriors and his third straight game we have seen him perform well in. And now with Mitch getting closer to being back on the court and iHeart's ineffectiveness, will Sims go back to being situational like Deuce? I hope not. I mean, it seems like also just Thibs just like wants to play him because he sees how effective he can be on the court. And he Sims just plays the way that he wants centers to play. Um, Also he like I feel like Sims is even better like on switching too.
Yeah.
Like there was that play that I don't think we gave enough love in during the dying moments of the Nuggets game where he got switched onto Jamal Murray and basically stayed with him. So like, having a center like that when you have Hartenstein with his slow side to side movements, it's just not the most like adequate use of. Again, I said earlier this year when I think it's when someone like mentioned a comment of like center by committee, I was just like, it should be like more of a matchup based thing of who gets the most minutes. And so far, it seems like Dibs has been going that way, and maybe it's because he's been forced to because Mitch is out. And again, Dibs' creativity only shows when players are out, which is probably the most frustrating thing about him. But yeah, it would make more sense to like my center by committee idea is more of like, all right, this player plays more based on like this matchup advantage that they may have. Um, but we'll see when Mitch comes back and see how rigid Dibs really gets again.
And realistically, center by committee only works if Hartenstein gets to play the way he's supposed to play. Otherwise, Sims is the best option 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
So the committee thing made no sense underneath Tibbs. Like just play, and plus like Mitch is gonna be the starter no matter what. So yeah, I would just play Mitch and Sims and just like move Hartenstein whenever you can. You can get a second round pick, doesn't matter. So I do that.
Man, having two free agent acquisitions just like be chilling in warmups would be such a Knicks thing. Oh my god.
Yeah, but like it's not your fault that like your 58th pick in the draft center turned out to be a 20-minute a night rotation big while Perrin is eating well.
Oh boy. JL says the hashtag nerds might have lied about Hartenstein. I don't think they lied about Hartenstein. I think it's just like, again, it goes back to like how you use players. I don't think the Knicks have used Hartenstein the way that he should be getting used. So
Yeah. Like he's not allowed to pass.
He's not
He's
being
not
used as like a mini offensive hub.
not even many. Like he's a legitimately good offensive hub, and like he's just told to play drop on defense, and he's told to be a floor spacer on offense, and that's solely it. Which again makes no sense for his skill set.
Yeah, I have no idea. Let me see. Hawkeye 420 says, "Nah, it's an issue, Tyrese. Pope, Walper, and might actually hate these bozos and Thibs." He's like he's like actively sabotaging whatever the front office does by drafting good players in spots of where they get free agents. That would be hilarious.
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean, like I think as long as you're getting paid well, I don't think you care that much.
I mean, I care. I'm watching these guys.
I'm talking
I
about
gotta
like
talk about
Walper.
them,
Yeah,
huh?
Walper probably chilling. He like
Oh
a
yeah,
lot.
he's eating well. He's just going from franchise to franchise, drafting great talent, and
And
went
he
from the
dipping.
came from the Jazz to here, drafting great talent. He's chilling.
Yeah, he good. He good.
Do I know when his contract is up? Feels like
No
he's about to
idea.
dip. I don't even know if they make those contracts of those dudes even like public record. Like I don't even think like anyone cares to know when those dudes' contracts are up. I mean, we'll probably hear something if they extend him or something, but like
Or if he
seems like he's
leaves.
pretty yeah, or he leaves, which is what he did with the Jazz. He just left. So
Yeah.
Jordan Bub says, is it fair to call I Hurt Move a bust? I think we kind of addressed this, right?
Yeah. Like yeah. It's a
It
coaching
is a
problem.
coaching problem. It's what a lot of the Knicks issues go back to, but you know,
Right.
what do I know? I haven't watched the game three
Three
times.
times.
Um, I- should I even go back and watch the first half of this game? Like,
No,
is that
don't even
is that
watch this game.
I watched the second half and I was like, maybe there's something I missed in the first half, that I should like go back and like
Just
see
wait
if
for the
like
threads.
there was anything. Yeah, I'll just wait for the thread to come out. Honestly, we got so many great creators in this Knicks space. So between Jeff and Ariel and Benji, so I'll just wait for one of them to put out a thread, and even Tom Piccolo puts out some great threads too. So I'll just wait till people put out threads, and that will be my rewatch. This is not a game worth watching three times like Dibs will do. Dibs is a sick individual, and he has no choice but to watch this game three times. He's the coach, and even then, he watches the game three times and still can't figure out what's wrong sometimes, or most of the time.
He's a
So,
sick
what does
fella.
that tell you?
Tells
Doesn't
me
mean much to watch the games that much.
he's a nasty fella. That's really it.
Um, I mean, should we start talking about the next game versus the Suns?
Devin Booker had 49.
They put up like 133 versus the Jazz today and lost. Like,
That defense is pew pew.
and Phoenix has been a team that's consistently beat us in the Tibbs era too. I
Oh,
mean,
they do.
even the year that we like played really well, they were the team that ended our winning streak.
And they mollywopped us in Phoenix. We
Yeah.
usually have mollywopped in Phoenix. So, yeah.
I mean, last year was the game winner where, Cam Johnson hit the three at the buzzer after like he had that thing with Julius, then he just got hot from three and then no looking back.
That was filthy. I got reminded of that again. That game was filthy.
I remember that game all too well because I remember coming on the post game and
Being absolutely heated that it happened. Dude, I still can't believe that happened, dude. That game was filthy. But yeah.
I mean,
Uh,
there's no Cam Johnson this time, thankfully, but who knows who might light us up this time? Like, are we getting a Damian Lee game? Are we getting a Dwayne Washington Jr. game?
campaign game.
Landry Shamit game? Like,
Josh Okogie game.
all right, let's not go that far.
I don't know, man. He might give us some buckets.
But yeah, I mean, we got like, I mean, Phoenix they play us pretty well. I mean, the one time in that game, I mean, that one, besides the We Here year, that one close game that we had with them in Phoenix last year, when we looked pretty good, it was Cam Reddish out there. He was actually getting stuff to go, especially after number 30 got ejected after his spat with Cam Johnson. I mean, Cam Reddish was the one person that was able to really like get things to go, and then Dibs benched him for Fournier, which got everyone pissed, rightfully so. But if there's no Cam this time too, it's gonna be very interesting to see, how well we really play against them. Gotta hope Jalen Brunson. I mean, hope Jalen Brunson plays well against Phoenix. Um, I assume Chris Paul will be playing. I know he's been like in and out with different injuries as of late. So we'll see if he plays, but that should be an interesting matchup there. Two smaller guards. Um, let's see if RJ Barrett picks things up. Um, I don't know who guards Devin Booker.
Whoever is in the starting lineup for Cam.
So either Quickly, Grimes, Deuce, or Fournier. Nice. We got four people that we can just envision in that spot because we don't know what Thibs will do.
Speed Mikhailuk is coming.
Wow. Nah, but yeah, I'm just like wondering what we do versus Phoenix. Devin Booker's the only matchup I'm really concerned about.
I would not sleep on Aiden, like bodying Hartenstein.
Maybe.
I can see like a call like 17-10. I don't know.
I mean, how do you do tonight against like
17-10.
against Lowry and Kelly Olynyk and Walker Kessler?
Yeah, like he's usually like a 17-10 dude. He's put in what 15-8 this season. So hmm, we'll see.
Yeah. Jordan JL says RJ had a 6 for 26 performance that game. Was that the game that
I think he's saying he might have a 6 for 26 performance.
Oh, I thought he was referencing the Phoenix game last year.
Wait,
I
did
don't know if it
he?
was that bad. If it was that bad, then
He might have.
sheesh.
He actually might have. I don't check. Uh, yeah, it was 6 for 26.
Well,
It was 25-5 though. Numbers were required.
seriously?
Yeah, it was 20-25 on
Wow.
6 for 26 shooting.
That is so gross. That is so gross. Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
god.
Jordan Bub thinks Julius Randle will go off against Phoenix. Who do
Not
they
one
have?
call. McCall.
Who do they have guarding? Who do they have at the 4 without
Um,
Cam Johnson?
McCall right now, and Torrey Craig is playing like the 3,
Oh, McCall's playing the 4 now.
basically. And then they have like Torrey Craig starting. So I assume Torrey Craig's probably an RJ, McCall and Julius. You put Cam on Brunson, Booker will guard the Cam spot, and then center on center.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, JL did clarify it was the Phoenix game last year. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
JL says Fournier redemption tour. I'm hearing.
I'm not.
I'm not. I got no ears for that one.
Yeah, turn it off.
I don't think this is the right matchup to even like introduce Fournier back if you're gonna like do something like that. But I am not looking forward to this Phoenix game, honestly, especially after seeing how Golden State handled us pretty easily. I mean, these
I'm watching the Giants game.
I will watch. I will watch. Wait, is this an afternoon game or is this a night
Two
game?
thirty.
It's
Two
what?
thirty. It's 3:30. It's 3:30 Sunday.
Oh man, afternoon Knicks on Sunday.
The Giants will be on.
Why do they do this to me, yo? They just want me to be in a bad mood heading into work the next day, right? That's just what it got to be.
And then Monday they play again. Like that's the worst part.
Oh my
Against
gosh,
the Thunder.
don't even. Oh my gosh, don't even get a break. I don't even get to have a break. Um, Mitch. Oh, JL says Mitch had Aiton in hell last year.
Bro,
Shame he not playing.
I know it was beautiful, man. Mitch was like clamping him and just like yamming it on his face, man. I miss Mitch. I really do.
Maybe Sims could do some of that.
Maybe,
No,
but
Sims has the strength to deal with an Aiton.
yeah, but he doesn't have the
It's just,
size.
I just feel like, is he going to be able to not foul as much? Because that's an issue sometimes with Sims, but that's also an issue with Hartenstein as well. It's probably a bigger issue with Hartenstein. Like, it's really bad with Hartenstein sometimes with these fouls.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think Aiden gives us some buckets.
If he's not playing
Unfortunately,
soft.
if he's playing soft, then like we're winning the game.
Yeah, because that's the thing I've seen with Suns fans. Because I got a few mutuals from Suns Twitter, and that's a common theme with him again this year, which seems to be a common theme with him throughout his whole career, is being soft sometimes, being aggressive other times. But we'll see which Aiden we get. Probably gonna get. Of course, it's probably gonna be the most aggressive Aiden we'll ever see. Probably it's probably gonna be like doing like post shimmies and all that shit. Like it's always against us that guys decide to like find their rhythm and shit.
I believe it. It'll probably happen. Now that you said it, it'll probably happen. So
Yeah, probably. Um, Last comment before we get out of here. Give IQ a chance to finally start against Suns and Thunder. That would be the most logical thing to do.
but the
But
coach is logical.
you guys know who our coach is. Like, he's not logical.
It'll be
Um,
it'll be Fournier. It'll be Fournier.
if it's Fournier, I don't want to say what I'll do because I don't want to get incriminated. So
Allegedly.
yeah, allegedly, I don't want to get allegedly incriminated. So we will end here for tonight. We will be back on Sunday afternoon. Hopefully the Knicks can beat the Suns. We'll see. Links to everything Strickland related in the description. Follow us on Twitter. We have the link to the site, the merch, Patreon. We are now also on Instagram. Follow us there at thestrick.land. So that is at thestrick.land on Instagram. Check us out. We are there now. We are broadening our horizons, broadening our reach, trying to reach new audiences. Make sure y'all leave a like, subscribe. We're on our way to 1K subs. Help us out a ton by leaving a like and subscribing. Helps us all in the YouTube algorithm wildness. We'll be back on Sunday. Peace out.